I want to talk about the Orange Box and some marketing stuff there. But first, I want to give context for it, and that is my game, the Anacrusis, is on sale this Sunday. It is Sunday, October 8th. It ends up being on sale today. So if you want to click the link to my bio, you can pick it up half price. Super appreciate it. But also, let's talk about marketing. Let's talk about how we're going to market that. Because we don't have to worry about boxes anymore. This is not going to go on the store shelf. We do have to worry about the images that appear on Steam and Xbox and other places as kind of the box, right? And that's why I always ask for feedback. I always ask and try to engage with people and get more information about this, because let me tell you about a meeting in the Orange Box. So first, I'm going to say this, and we're going to laugh at people, but they're really smart people, and they've done a bunch of other branding that have been really great. But this is the thing of when you get something stuck in your head, right? And you just make mistakes. And this is why I ask people, that's why I ask you guys for some help here. So we get called into this Orange Box meeting, everybody working in the Orange Box. I think everybody working on it. So it's the whole team company at that point, which is not that many people. It's like 75 people, maybe 80, I don't know, under 100. So it's small, but big, right? And they show the box, and it's just all white. And it just says, like, I don't even think it says the Orange Box on it. Maybe it just says that on the back. Like, it is just so classy. And, again, smart people, but they had gone off on their own and gotten into their head of, like, we have this problem of 3 different games, and how do we just explain, like, all 3 of these in one box? Like, it's gonna be impossible. So let's not even try that. Let's just punt and do something really different and striking. But, like, it's called the Orange Box, man. There's a color you can use. But, like, that meeting goes from starting saying, the box is the most important thing we can do. This is why we've thought so much about it, to by the end of the hour and then being beat up, being the box is the least important thing. Screw it, we can put anything in the box. We're just gonna put some heads on the box. And which is what we ended up doing. Which is a weak answer. But here's the problem. They were always going to fail, because the problem wasn't the box design. The problem was trying to stick 3 games into one box. Now, it's a good idea in the sense of I still think the Orange Box is one of the greatest values of gaming ever, but it's still a mess, right? It's just a mess. Like, how do you convey that to somebody who doesn't know? Like, if you know Team Fortress and you know that we changed the art, sure, before Portal release, go look at the Reddit's people all angry that we're throwing in a school project that doesn't even deserve to exist in this and trying to act like that's worth the money. Like, there was a lot of vitriol about the Orange Box and how it wasn't worth the money until people got it, and they're like, oh my god, this is great. But, like, that's a hard problem, right? So how do you solve that problem? And again, I think the Orange Box punted on it, but that was after that. Doug Lombardi, who's like the head of marketing at Valve, but there's other people involved with the art, the box art. But then him and I started talking for Left 4 Dead, and we started purposely thinking about the marketing of it as we're making it. So you may notice the smoker does not grab you by the neck and choke you. It used to. At one point it did, but we would have gotten banned like in every country with that. So we removed that problem and made it restrictive to the chest. Now, even people on the team are like, oh man, like, we shouldn't do that. That's, nobody notices. You all think you're getting choked. It doesn't matter. But we passed all the rating boards, right? And so, like, trying to think of those problems and solve them before they happen became a thing I did a lot of. And so now we have the Anacrusis. Now, so here's the Anacrusis is, we are a 1 to 8 player game, really, right? Because we've been doing a lot of work to make sure that the single player game feels good and it's replayable and you have some fun with it. And then you can go all the way up to 8 with versus. So how do we convey that? How do we convey that you can play versus, or we just lean into co-op? Like for Portal 2, we always put the 2 bots on the cover because we wanted to show the new thing was co-op, and we figured you already knew Portal and you'd get it for that. And so Left 4 Dead, every single shot we ever did was 4 people because we wanted to show it was co-op, but people know 4-player co-op now, so maybe we don't need to do that anymore. And at first we did this very striking art that was like kind of 70s, like Star Wars-ish kind of beautiful stuff, but that's cool art when people know the game and they appreciate the take on it, but may not be the art to start the game. Does that make sense? Like, it may not be the art to introduce you to the game. So we made some changes and we're going to try some stuff. And as we're rolling that marketing out, I appreciate, man, if you ever see our Steam page, and our Steam page is still being worked on, by the way. You guys gave a bunch of good feedback on that. We have not implemented that. That's happening in the middle of the month. It's just, we got a time box things. We're a small team. We're 4 people, man. 4 people. Get off my back. You can always, if you go to the page and you see something that doesn't look like crap or stupid or idiotic or we're just dumb, man, like, call us out on it. You can tell me. You can tell me to my face. You can be like, man, that's bad artwork, man. Oh, I don't like the characters. I like the characters when I play it. Like I really like Lanston Liu, but man, when I see that art, I don't like the characters, right? And so that's fair. Like I love those characters. So if we're misrepresenting them, I want to know. So, feel free to give me the feedback on that. But that's also why you should always be bouncing things off of people and testing things, because otherwise you're going to come out with the orange box and a white box that nobody knows what the hell's in it. Yeah. No, that was a fun meeting. And again, that is not knocking the people who made the box, okay? You try things, you test it, that's the way it should work.